Late last month, we learnt that the Queen would be attending Cop26. That's not surprising. She's the head of state and COP is a global climate conference where we're going to welcome world leaders to Glasgow. Although it's inevitable, the attendance of the Queen at COP is farcical. Here's why. Let me begin with a irony so hypocritical it's laughable. Only this year, the Queen bullied the Scottish Government into granting her an exemption from emissions regulating legislation. The Queen, who owns vast tracts of land in Scotland, is the only person in the country who does not have to construct pipes to heat buildings using renewable energy. The Queen deliberately avoided legislation designed to save the planet, which we are all abiding by. This hypocrisy shows an out-of-touch attitude rooted in the absurd notion, self-absorbed notion, that these people were appointed by God. So just remember, as the Queen waltzes around the SEC in November, that not only does she not care about climate change, but she actively avoids steps to limit it. We can't preserve the British class system and save the planet. The two are incompatible, and the reason why is simple. Continuous ruling class exploitation of the poor in the pursuit of profit, the accumulation of wealth and extraction on a planet with finite resources since the Industrial Revolution and before is the very reason that my generation have had to take to the streets to fight for the very existence of our future. The notion that we should flaunt the head of the very system which caused climate change at Cop26 is absurd. As imperial powers searched for new land to pillage, the royal family sat at the centre of the British Empire. The will to expropriate and exploit new lands, regardless of the will of their people, that Queen Elizabeth I possessed in the 1500s can be traced right through to today's royals in the racism of people like Prince Philip. The pillaging, mismanagement of land, halting of development, murder and torture which characterised the British Empire has everything to do with the royal family, in whose name it was conducted. The Queen was always going to attend Cop26, but if our politicians or our institutions were genuinely interested in solving the climate crisis, she wouldn't be there. Let's hope some of our international counterparts show more integrity, because it is time for a new status quo.